Ciao nice people! Welcome to this new stream of Katawa Shoujo, here we are again. And now should work. Hello Zoro. Yes, we have it, okay. Now I fixed it. So, just in time, or is it always time? What is time? I should train a little more to talk like Rain, but I feel like I'm pretty far off. I can still try sometimes, I don't know. I don't think I can reach her level, never mind. Never mind. So, what happened last time? We may need some sort of quick check. Last time we got drunk with Hanako and Lilly, thanks to Lily's brother. And now Lily went to see her family, right? And now I'm left with Hanako. Yes, I'm helping Hanako doing the shopping list. I don't remember why, because maybe Hanako doesn't feel like going outside in the real world. I don't know. Yeah, because she goes with Lily. Okay. So now we are going to buy some groceries. Yeah, that's the gameplay we want in every game. Wrangling with a particular complicated math problem has caused me to be a little bit late for my meeting with Lily. Oh wait, no, wait, maybe... No, wait, Lily is there. Maybe... Wait, I forgot something. Lily had one... we returned to their parents, for a week. Maybe this is the last meeting before she goes. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. So we bought groceries off stream, off camera, and now we are greeting Lily because she's about to go, I suppose. That's my theory. The game theory. Thanks for... No, okay. That's the best I can remember. Okay. Only a couple of minutes, but enough to make me step smartly out of the courtyard and to the school gate. I make a right turn and start my way towards the small town below, leaving a few students turning the other way on the bus station. So never mind, never mind. So maybe we greeted Lily away and now we are buying groceries. I slip my right hand into my pocket as I walk in the orange sunlight of dusk. Thankfully, the sweltering summer... Sweltering, I suppose, brings a meaning of sweating, maybe? Sweltering. Uncomfortably hot. Well, that's the... That felt like something hot, but not really something that makes you sweat. Still hot, though. Still hot. Don't take me out of context. Okay, torrid also. That helps a lot. Lily! When I stretch my hands high above my head, so I didn't understand anything. When I stretch my hands high above my head, a familiar figure takes form, cane in her right hand. Oh, Lily! She stops and turns around, swiveling her hands slightly to try and work out exactly where the voice came from. Swiveling, I suppose it's swinging, but let's see. Swiveling. Yeah, turn. Turn around a point or axis or on a swivel. Ah, okay, so it comes from swivel straight away. Okay. Okay, swinging around a fixed base. Okay, yeah, with a fixed joint, I get it. Awesome. We are starting already with 2 words here. I'm not studying them, so I will forget everything right away, but okay. Hey, it's me. Yeah, like when you press on the doorbell and say, who is there? It's me! You woo! I quickly catch up to her, coming in beside her and matching her slow pace as we resume walking. Good afternoon, Isao. Hi there. I glance up at the sky. A distinct tinge of orange discolors the clouds, washing the footpath in its light. Long shadows from the trees fall across the wide road down the hill. So, Isao, what brings you there? Just going to town to grab some groceries. Hanako sent me. Hanako sent you? Yeah, said she needed to study for a test tomorrow. I was going to come down anyway, so I just buy her stuff as well. Unspoken is that Lilly really could use some help to get food, but it's an obvious fact that neither of us need to state. It's good to hear she's studying for it. I thought the same thing when she asked me to come with you. They don't get unspoken, let me guess, Metal Gear Rising. We continue walking down the street. The familiar sound of her cane echoing to the air as we go. Except for the occasional passing car and the leaves whispering in the branches. There's a blissful silence. Thank God I can finally relax for the first time today. In the evening, you had a pretty busy day, huh? I glance over at Lily. The porcelain face of hers seems to lack that air of relaxed confidence. I guess the same could be said of her personality too. As she silently walks... Oh, I missed Fado, sorry Fado, hello. Sorry, I have the same color of Zoro, so sometimes I don't read the tag, I read the color. Hello, Fado. Her face remaining pointed to the street ahead of her, I look ahead and savor the cool air blowing over my face. This is probably the calmest moment I've had since the about-face my life took so recently. To have it while walking to get some groceries. What a weird life. Isn't every life weird? Nah, there are more normal lives. Would you call your life normal or weird? No in between allowed. Mine is definitely weird. For now. I feel the crumpled up note rubbing against my hand in my pocket and pull it out to check its contents. Let's see, egg, bread, cereal, thyme, lettuce, shaved ham. That sounds like quite a bit to carry back along with your own. No, it's fine. So eggs, bread, cereal, thyme. Well, okay. He has arrhythmia, but I think everything can easily stay in a single bag and not being even too heavy. Worst case, you take 2 bags and you split the contents into 2 bags. They can't be that heavy. In one bag you have eggs, bread, and cereal. In the other, lettuce and the ham. Honestly, that can't be that heavy. That sounds like quite a bit to carry back. Okay. Yeah, how much does this girl eat anyway? My mind suddenly clicks that, yes, there actually is a person beside me. Wait, I mean... my, Isao, arara. Her giggles punctuate her words, though she's making little effort to suppress them. Quite direct today, aren't we? Sometimes I speak without noticing, I see. Yeah, you got me there. Still, it's quite a bit. Usually I go shopping with Hanako, so I know what she buys. It's the same thing every week. She's a good cook. She gives a nervous giggle. Of course, Hanako burns all the calories. The trauma still stays in her body. Yeah, weird, because she's pretty slim. Maybe she has also some sort of problem like anorexia, I don't know. It's usually me who ends up cooking. I used to do so for Akira, so it's no problem doing it for Anako as well. You can cook, but... A short hand with an amused lilt emanates from beside me. I wonder if the fact that she seemed amused by my comments so often is actually genuine, or rather just from a want to make me more comfortable in addressing her blindness. There are ways around it. Some meals are more difficult to cook than others because of being unable to see what I'm doing, but it usually only takes a little more time. Fingers can double as very useful measurement tools, for example. It makes sense, but she's have to be pretty careful not to hurt herself. Yeah, mainly for cutting items, right? Yeah, if she cuts, she needs... Well, you can cut even without looking, but you need to be careful about your fingers. But after you get used to it, I don't think it's a problem. You know, you place your hand there and the other here with it. Oh, about to cut, and you kind of feel if the fingers are below. I don't know. I never tried without looking, but I feel like can't be that hard. Other things are, but cutting you can do a lot of things with extra safety if you need. Of course, it requires more time. I wonder how many times that happened, given that it sounds like she's cooked alone for possibly years, while Akira worked and her parents were gone. With that, the conversation trails off. Compared to the awkward silences of Hanako, Lilly seems genuinely content to say what she thinks and stays quiet when there's nothing to say. The sleek road under my feet is bathed in orange glow. The occasional fallen leaf crunching underfoot as we walk. I want to take a moment to compliment Lilly about her presence, because staying silent for me is kinda nerve-wracking, because I feel like, oh no, I should talk, I don't know what to talk, I'm awkward, I'm feeling awkward, everything is awkward. But sometimes there are moments where, or there are persons where you feel comfortable at not talking with them. So the soothing presence of Lilly is a pretty positive point, because staying in her company without needing to talk is the opposite of nerve-wracking. You don't feel tense and about to think, what should I say, what should I say? Okay, maybe at the first date, but usually if her presence is like that, is pretty nice, relaxing. I let out a deep yawn, my lack of sleep coming back to haunt me. Did you not get much sleep last night? I couldn't sleep at all for the last 2 nights. Probably insomnia. Oh, her face. Lily's face suddenly becomes worried. It feels like a personal failure every time she gets worried about my well-being, even if it's genuinely nice to know someone cares. You have insomnia? Aren't you going to see the nurse about it? I don't know what the nurse can do about insomnia, but maybe they have something to do in that situation, I don't know. No real need. It's happened before a few times. My meds screw with my sleeping occasionally. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, it's not your fault. At least I shouldn't have any trouble getting to sleep tonight. You do worry me sometimes. I worry you? I reach around and scratch my back of my neck. I kind of want to address this. That means they're kinda close, right? I don't know how much, but somewhat close. Hey, Lilly. I don't mean to sound weird, but please try to forget about my heart condition. She looks kind of lost. I hardly blame her. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, just don't treat me differently because of it. She's blushing! Oh! Isn't that adorable? She bows her head slightly, her white cheek reddening almost imperceptibly. I perceive that. Well, it's a sprite. It's or on or off. It's really natural to worry about those around you. Well, it's still nice to know there's someone like that out there. It may be somewhat embarrassing to say, but it's the truth. Lilly takes a breath to regain her composure and manages to a gentle smile, though her cheeks remain flushed. The final downhill walk to the store passes in silence. She's blushing. Welcome! I suppose I get my stuff first and Hanako's on the second round. I grab 2 well-worn red baskets from the stack beside the entrance and pass one to Lilly. So the stack of, how would they call it? Of baskets, it's a last in, first out. Sorry, talking about the stack made me think about programming. So it's last in, first out because the last one you put in is the first one to come out. That means the one in the bottom will never get used. Unless they mix them up to avoid exactly this problem. They have to think about a lot of things in the grocery shops. I see. She lays it on the ground and slides a retracted cane between the basket handles before picking it back up with the right hand. When she takes hold of my arm, oh, that's so sweet, on her own, I'm surprised at just how fast this kind of casual contact becomes so natural. Mostly due to necessity, no doubt. What if she was faking her disability just to grab on us? Shall we? Sure. While we navigate around the store, the odd person occasionally passing us pays us no heed at all. It's nice compared to the stares and whispers around the city. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lilly what she needs and grabs it along with what I want, putting our items into their respective baskets. Sorry, I got a thought. That's pretty stupid, but Hanako gave us a grocery list on a piece of paper. Wouldn't that be hilarious that she gave it to us because she tried with Lilly, but Lilly never bought what she wanted because she's blind. And Hanako is, I don't know, for some comedic reason, doesn't put 2 plus 2 together and says, Lilly never buys the things I want. Buy it yourself. Poor Lilly. Hanako the matchmaker master. Wait, was it all planned? Good winged woman. Thanks, Hanako, for your service. I'm coming for you next. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lilly. Okay. It's not feeling to be dependent on so much for something so basic as shopping. Hanako would be practically a necessity for her to pick out what she wants after all. Alright, I'm pretty much done with both of my stuff and Hanako's. You need anything else, Lilly? No, this should be everything. Off we go then. Oddly, there's a queue a mile long. Considering the store is only large enough to warrant one counter, seems like it will take a while. Damn. No, she can see. Lilly gives her inquisitive look, unable to see the reason of my complaint. The queue is really long, looks like we'll have to wait. How strange. Sharing the same mood of resignation, we reluctantly take our place at the end of the line. One person finishes, the line moves up. Another person finishes, the line moves up. By the time we finally reach the head of the line, I'm so close to dodging off that Lilly has to gently pat me on the back for me to move up. To be fair, if Hanako always handed Lilly handwritten notes, Lilly could have just had someone read it for her. Okay, that's right, but I don't know, what if Hanako kinda didn't say anything about the list and just hands the paper to her? No, she would have still thought about someone checking on it. That's right. I don't know, I liked the comedic feel of it though. I like the comedic idea. Isao! Sorry. She gives a short sigh of consternation as I move up, getting the groceries for Hanako and me. Put in separate bags. Thank you, please come again. By the time we emerge from the store, Lily is holding a single bag while I struggle to carry 4. 4? Well, okay, yeah, you got your stuff too. But hands well and truly full. It's a lot of work, but thankfully the items in them are light. Even without looking skyward, it's obvious that a surprising amount of time has passed. The road outside being dark and lit by street lamps. Once Lily retrieves her cane, we set out back to the dormitories. Wait, I realize now. How does Lily know when she wakes up what time of the day it is? I suppose she has some sort of a clock that tells her the hour, or maybe there's a clock where she can check the pointers to see where they point. I don't know. Still, when she wakes up in the middle of the night, she needs to check the clock to see if it's the morning or it's still night. There's a lot of small problems on top of the main big problem here on being blind. That's pretty bad, honestly. She has Alexa. Well, she gives the vibe of a rich, the daughter of a rich family, after all. I don't think it really exists here, though. Maybe they invented Alexa, who knows? A braille clock. How does... Well, there are better ways to have a clock for blind people, but I'm now curious, does a braille clock exist? Again, there are way better ways to give a clock to blind people, but someone has to have at least tried to prototype one, right? Not the one I thought. It's simply a clock where each number is just written in braille, and you can check the pointers to see where they point. I was more thinking of a... Here it is! Yes, here it is! Someone prototyped it. I knew it. That's exactly what I was thinking. Let me show it. Here. This one. A clock that rotates and each number is in braille. Wow. I was exactly thinking of this. That's pretty cool. Otherwise, yeah, usually that's normally what I thought she could have. Even this clock would work. You just see where the pieces point at. You just touch the pointers. But this is pretty cool. We should buy her one, maybe. I don't know. Let me turn. Okay. Nice. Rotates artisanal reference. Yes, that's right. After all, it depends from the point of view. I said it. The art is artisanal reference. Despite the road being empty of cars, the full bags abundantly make up for the lack of noise, constantly clanking and squeaking together. Arara, Isao, it's good to find that you're eating well. I am a growing guy after all. I need to eat all I can. It must be nice being a man. Wait, a man can eat all he wants, but if it's Hanako that eats a lot, then it's a problem. I don't get it. Why can only men eat a lot? Depends on the point of tact. Yeah, I wonder if braille is made specifically to avoid misunderstanding if you touch a rotated piece. For example, if you touch something braille upside down, if you understand if it's upside down or not. Well, I suppose that needs to be put in consideration while designing it. What? Seemingly not noticing or ignoring my surprise at a completely out of left field comment, she continues on without missing a beat. Weight doesn't really bother a man when eating, most of the time. I get what you mean. Women tend to worry about stuff like that more than we do, I guess. Exactly. It makes me somewhat envious, to be honest. Well, it's not like we can outright ignore it. Ignore what? Okay. For a moment I thought he was thinking about ignore the woman weight. No, he meant ignore eating too much for a man. But she's kinda right. Being a woman is hard mode. Again, it's like an RPG. Each class where in which you are born with has the positive and negative signs. The woman class is arguably has a lot of advantages in some fields, but a lot of drawbacks. So let's say that being a woman is an advantage if you are a min-maxer. Otherwise, it's kinda hard. So I prefer the safe build while being a man. To be honest, I prefer playing safe here. Even if the meta is being a woman, I know. But better go with a slow pace at everything. Oh, that's right. What is it? Hanako mentioned your birthday was earlier this year. Do anything special for it? She gives a long pause, lost in thought for a few seconds, and she recalls the event. Not really. It was just Hanako and me having a little party during the night after school. Oh, your birthday is supposed to be a big event, you know. Sounds like a pretty lonely way to spend a birthday. Just her and Hanako staying overnight. I feel like with the increase of age, birthdays become less and less a big day. Because I remember still when I was at elementary school or even middle school, or even before elementary school, even the parties were a pretty big moment of the year. You party everything, you get free stuff, free toys, and you eat what you want. It's a dream come true having the birthday as a kid. But with the passing of time, people find the birthdays less important, I feel like, which is reasonable because the more birthdays you have, then the new one doesn't add a lot more to it. Because if I did 2 birthdays, the third one is pretty cool because it's my 3rd birthday. Wow, I only did the other 2. Now, if I did my 28th birthday, would be fun, but I would think, okay, yeah, I already did a lot of birthdays like this one, so that's not really something huge, but it's fun. Oh, we got a gacha for Fado. Let's go. I usually spend my birthdays inviting a small circle of friends in my home, and we play Switch or Wii U. Now I don't know what to do because my Switch is drifting. I'll have to wait for the Switch 2, right? You got Raid! And it's not sponsored. Birthdays always felt like a family occasion for me. There were a time when, in spite of their full-time jobs, both my parents would make an effort to be there for that day, or at least for a party beforehand. It reminds me of how Lilly mentioned she hadn't seen her family in such a long time, and even ended up moving away from Akira's house afterward. I guess it's the same in situations as mundane as those. Considering her inability to read the packaging, just getting groceries would be a pain without somebody else around. In the end, she just has Hanako and me, and Akira's when she's off from work. Be that as it may, she still seems to have many more distant friends among the students, not to mention people like Yuko. Her cousin doesn't count, or... She hasn't seen her family in 18 years, no! That's awful, but funny, Unfortunately, I have to agree that's funny. It seems to be her own choice that there's such a separation between those who are close to her and those who she only socializes with. It humbles me a little to see how much Lilly seems to have her life set up and going just as she wants. Yet Hanako is there for her to celebrate her birthday, and I'm here helping her with shopping. It's a weird kind of symbiosis, I suppose. Are you alright, Isao? Sorry? You just seem to be very quiet, that's all. Sorry, I was just thinking. Oh? Now I piqued her curiosity. Feels kind of overly personal to talk about, though. Well, what kind of choice is there? Of course, you... Look at her. Just look at her. She's the perfect embodiment of comprehension and empathy here. I think she wouldn't mind. She's curious, so we need to kind of fulfill her curiosity, right? I think it's the only right option. Thou shalt not deceive the waifu. And by following the commandment, yeah, we tell the truth. I was thinking about how you seem to have everything so sorted out. Even with Hanako relying on you. I can admit that even I kind of relied on you when I first transferred in. I think it's a good quality to have. I turned to Lilly, surveying her reaction. She's forcing herself to look forward and furrowing her brow quite a bit. Her face looks a bit awkward, as if she was trying to find out the right words. Lilly? I would thank you, but assuming that I don't rely on the presence of others is too much. You'd be wrong to think that Hanako simply depends on me with nothing in return. She seems to have a bit of trouble saying it, even though it's largely what I thought already. If she's tried so hard to maintain her independence, as anyone would have had in her position, sighted or not, maybe she finds it hard to talk about her own needs. It's only now that I realize an omission in what she says, though. I decide to follow it up, largely in jest, to avoid things getting too personal. Oh, what about me? She suddenly runs ahead of me and turns, blocking me off. With a smile, she holds her hands behind her as she leans forward. Oh, I love the pose of leaning forward with her hands behind. Like Monica, right? Monica does that in a pose. You're different. And with that, she turns back and continues to walk ahead of me, a newfound spring in her step. All I can do is raise an eyebrow and give a dazed grin. I don't think I've ever seen this playful and teasing side of her before. Isao! She said you're handsome. She said you're different. And now she jokes with you. She's playful, she's teasing. Get the fucking signals, Isao! She's clearly in love. Isao! If that's not enough, I don't know what it is. Isao, oh, what did she meant with it? I wonder what she means. So, I'm different. It's hard to work out the exact context, but knowing her, this ambiguity was intended. Our relationship has been changing, At the very least, simply because I began to stand on my own feet more and more, and started getting more curious about the situation of those around me. As to why, probably a mix of personal curiosity and I want to try and work out how to deal with my situation. I'm less sure of Lilly though. That's why her own statement, so similar to my own feelings towards her, throws me off so much. Watching her make her way up to the street, cane tipping from left to right, I decide to settle the matter later and just smile. This is a nice side to her, and I don't want to forget it. What do you mean? Every single side of her is nice, okay? Eventually, we get to the girls' dormitories, both my arms aching from the weight of 2 sets of groceries. We're finally here. Oof. I bend down to wipe my forehead with the back of my hand. Well, her butt is a bit flat, but it's a nice idea. Personality above all, okay. Well, needs, okay. I would say the cute anime girl factor comes first, okay. So, hurts for me to say because I always said I was a personality guy, but I suppose the personality without looks just is a pretty difficult first impression. So I would say first, anime girl looks. Second, personality. Everything else comes after, okay? Whatever, everything comes after, like hair, smile, butt, whatever, no. Anime girl looks and personality first. The rest is kinda irrelevant. Lily stops in front of her door and sets down her bag, fishing around in her pocket for the key. Thank you, Isao. I really appreciate your help. It's nothing. It might be nothing for you, but it's definitely something for me. And with that, she steps through the door. Sorry, I like the metonymy. How it's called the metonymy, right? Yeah, it's metonymy. It's called metonymy in English, right? Yeah, metonymy. Metonymy. It's when you call someone or something with the name of something it's made of. Like calling a sword the steel. Because here she didn't went through the door. She went through the wireframe of the opened door. But here they call the wireframe of the open door the door. I don't know, it felt kind of funny because if you take it literally, it feels like she's phasing through the door like a ghost. I blink. Those were nothing but honest thanks, but I can't help feeling something different about them. Anyway, I have something else to do before I can mull on that at my leisure. I think we got mull, let's reflect on it probably. Yeah, think about a fact, proposal or request. Or at this point a comment, I suppose. Okay. I turn back to the door to Anako's room and proceed to knock twice in a quick succession. The bag still in my hand, rustling together. Wait. I feel like this is meme material, okay? This has to be meme material for something. Here, screenshot is done. It's like well, yeah, there are the memes of the guy watching through the door. Maybe something like that. Hanako sticks gun barrel through the door. At least she's not breaking the door with an axe. If one weren't looking closely, they could have forgiven for thinking it hadn't moved at all. I twist my head to the side and try to peer through the tiny sliver of gap between the door and the door frame. Hey Hanako, I got your stuff! Oh. With that, she opens the door. Wait, did she? Interesting, is it intentional? She put her best side through the gap of the door. You don't see the bruises. You only see when she opens it. With that, she opens the door completely, making her plain room visible over her shoulder. Sparsely decorated, it's probably even more unremarkable than my room. I hold out my right arm, both bags almost pulling it straight back down with their weight. Thank you, Isao. I'm sorry to make you carry them all this way. It's fine, don't worry. Just don't make me do it every day, okay? I pass the bags to her as I give a light-hearted chuckle. After the initial transfer of weight, she manages to take them easily. I'll be off then. Night, Hanako. Good night. I'll see you in class tomorrow. With a deep bow, her groceries still held in both hands, she steps back and shuts the door. Making my way back to my own dorm, I put one bag into my other hand to balance them out. Yeah, well, that's obvious. Even as I do so, I can't get Lilly's light-hearted smile out of my mind. That smile, that damned smile. When I'd first met her, it would have been nearly impossible to imagine her like that. Indeed, feels like we've become closer in the past weeks, since I first got to know both her and Hanako. The time I spent with her each day. The small exchanges of happiness we share. Those small moments of joy as I get closer to her. I'm far from certain, but I don't think those are just the normal feelings of friendship. You don't think so? She says, oh, you're handsome. Oh, haha, you're special. And she giggles, she is playful with you. Yeah, no shit. Once I return to my room, I store away my groceries and begin getting ready for the night. I swap the school books in my bag for those I need tomorrow, pulling out the yellow envelope Misha gave me earlier in the process. I forgot about it. It's a letter for me, right? I suppose it's for the first girl who declared to me, right? I got so sidetracked by one thing after another that I couldn't deal with it earlier. Who could have written me, I wonder? Yeah, the name neatly adorning the back of the envelope freezes me in my tracks. It's been so long since I've seen her writing. There's little chance I could have identified it as hers otherwise. Iwanako. Wait, I don't think that's it. If this was a more mystery game, I would have had a theory. That Misha is Iwanako. Plot twist, Isha is Iwanako, fattened up. Well, I request to strike the last statement from the record. I mean, with the change, like she got a little more change of color of the hair. She ate just a little more, just a little. I don't know. No, maybe not, but I don't know. That would explain why Misha doesn't have any disability. Her disability is a secret, because maybe her story is all centered around this, but it felt so odd, because that would put a lot of importance to her story. So, probably not. What do we discard? Load, right? Okay. Why should she have written me? I can't think of any good reason for her to do this. I almost don't open the letter, but there would be little point to that. If I just left it alone, its mere existence would gnaw at me until I did something about it. I look down at the piece of paper on my desk. Its bright and summery decoration beaming happily at me. The lettering is pink, jarring badly with the yellow sunflower border on the card. Then the writing is neat. The characters having been written thoughtfully and with an unusual amount of care. I'd barely given the letter a second thought when it was given to me, but now I can't get its contents out of my mind. It's the same, right? I don't know. Old-fashioned method. Leaves a comfortable distance. Ah, wait, no, that's not a letter. It's not a letter, never mind. I don't know why she used such an old-fashioned method of communication. Considering phone call or email would be much faster and easier. A letter leaves a comfortable distance between the sender and the recipient. Unlike a phone, it isn't required that you engage in conversation. And unlike email, there is less acceptation of an immediate reply. Statements such as the third years seems to be very anxious about the final exams. And it's so weird to think we are already seniors, isn't it? It's just small talk. Small talk that could have been achieved by simply replying to any of the messages I sent her while in the hospital. The ending though, it's the true reason she sent this. The last couple of lines, added almost as an afterthought. Ah, this time you don't read the entire letter. I appreciate it a lot because they kinda expect the player to play every route. So reading the letter every time can be a little repetitive. I wonder if we will meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't. It's a statement that should hurt. I've always heard breakups are nasty stuff, but it feels like this is simply a reaffirmation of what we both already knew instead. It's the preceding text, no more than small talk, that makes me feel most uneasy. I can't figure out why. No matter how long I sit there and look down at this bright and summery piece of paper. If you would like to correspond with me, by all means, write me back. It's plainly obvious that this is not the type of letter to be replied to. In the end, this letter is no more than a simple abdication of responsibility, a final statement, to reassure herself that our relationship is over. I don't want to break the mood, but fun fact, every time I read in the end, it comes to my mind a music I used for Respawn Banter, because it's called In the End. The one that goes pa-pa-rap, pa-pa-pa. So I cannot read now In the End without thinking about it. As such, I find I have little problem in scrunching the letter and envelope into a ball and tossing it into the waste bin, ridding myself of its existence. In the end, doesn't even matter. To me, no, it's not a song, right? It's, let me guess, it's still Metal Gear Rising. Okay, I thought I had this thought about Jojo, but because I thought, how the hell does Jojo manage to have that many references? But then there's Metal Gear Rising, I suppose. How does it manage to have that many quotes? I don't think there's even enough dialogue in any game to hold up that amount of quotes. I know it's a Linkin Park. I thought, okay, I thought about a song, but maybe it's another one. Doesn't really matter to me. No, it's another one. Never mind. I got to bed with mixed feelings, cheated out of pleasant evening by this intruder from the past. Ironically, it takes a while before I can manage to sleep. No insomnia this time. Okay? And we are dreaming. Ooh! Can we have a crazy dream? Would be a nice change of pace having a dream about something crazy happening. I don't know. It's not a sort of game though. I sweat profusely, awaiting the dreaded moment. Each tick of the clock tenses my muscles that much more, every minute making more hairs stand on end. It's coming for me. I can feel it. Death! I like how it's written. Death in the form of a single sheet of paper. I take the small pile of papers from the students in front of me and pass it backwards after plucking off the top piece. Looking to the top right of the page, I find my fears realized within that small red circle. 43! You got a bad grade! I hang my head and sign resignation, cursing under my breath. I can feel the aura of a similar sentiment rising from the entire class. It's strange, but that fact lifts my mood by a minuscule amount. To the upper dam gameplay leaked. in Universal Preview, we have to the upper down gameplay here. Oh no, the math test. I was actually pretty good at math. I just sucked at the other, all the other subjects. Math was pretty well. Physics barely. All the rest were lower than mid. Okay, I went well on half of the informatic lessons, but the teacher was such a B word that the entire class never got a suffice, never got above the passing grade. It's true. Show your work might as well be the Avada Kedavra of a high school student. Show your work, an arrow. This is my work. That's my answer. Look, I'm showing it. Don't try to argue I'm not showing. Misery loves company, I suppose. As the teacher opens her mouth, the room braces for the inevitable onslaught. Only to be saved at the last minute! We quickly move to collect our bags and leave for lunch post-haste, but the teacher delivers a parting broadside. We'll be discussing the test scores next lesson. Needless to say, there will be quite some discussion to be had. A collective groan resounds from the class, now reduced to shuffling out dejectedly. Well, maybe you suck at teaching, huh? Never thought about it. I push the sheet into my bag as I walk along the hallway, crumpling it in the process. It's enough that such a troublesome letter ended up on my desk yesterday, and now this. I hate it. Okay, it was English. I hate English. Okay, but wait. The game is in English, but it's in Japan, so it's language. It's language. Okay, yeah, it's like a language class. I suppose it's English language class. I don't think they mean literature. It's a language class. Language? I was decent at language, but I kinda regret not being present at the lesson. But the teacher was such a pushover that nobody paid attention to the lesson. That was unfortunate. Which I actually, you saw it. The start of the demo of To the Upper Dam, which is only in Italian for now, had some sort of showcased that scenario where the language teacher talked, but nobody listened to her. So I tried to kind of showcase that scenario in the game. Again, though, I need to revisit the entire game, because I don't even know if language is canon. He's probably Misha. A stern female voice gruffly calls out from behind me. I freeze on the spot, my face becoming like stone. It's as if I can feel my brain disconnecting from my body. Is this a disconnect reference? My eyes slowly shift right, trying to catch a glimpse of the disembodied voice. Nothing? My face begins to slip as time passes. I decide to risk turning my head, ever so slowly. I twist it to the... Ah! I jump into the air and drop my bag, yelling out in surprise. As I recover and regain my composure, I turn to see. I should have known. Amy! Okay, Amy was the second option. Amy! Good choice! Oh, isn't she adorable? She stands there with a mischievous grin on her face, hands forward and fingers pointed inwards. She was the one who jabbed my ribs with her fingers. Amy jumps scared times two. I suppose she loves to greet us that way. I look down at her with a grimace, rubbing my head in frustration. That's no way to greet someone, you know. You have no sense of humor? I left my sense of humor in my English class. Complain to the teacher if you want it given back to me. She pulls her best puppy dog eyes on me as she pouts. Lily's managed to build up my resistance to the tactic, but Amy's short stature adds enough to the effect to make me relent. So, how are things? I haven't seen you around for a while. Some old. I run so fast, nobody wants to join me on my morning runs. Yeah, how was it? The worst thing of being faster than light is that thing. Having to live in darkness. It's a real pain. Her modesty never fails to amuse me. Although... Uh-oh. You know what I'm thinking, don't you, Isao? Wearing my emotions on my sleeve is one of my worst habits. She's seen right through me. Fortunately, I see someone else approaching us that will give me an out. Oh, hi Hanako! I give her a welcoming wave and try my best at looking like I haven't noticed Amy's pouting face. She gives a small wave back. Hello, Isao. Amy. Hey, Hanako. I'll join you and Lily in a sec. Actually, speaking of lunchtime company, it's odd to see you without Rin, Amy. Oh, Rin! What, you lost Rin on the way there? Without a second word, she forgets all about us and bolts off up the hallway. She must have forgotten she was waiting for her. Hanako and I stand speechless, only able to helplessly stand and watch this ball of seemingly boundless energy dash off. So, literally Kirby. Oh yeah, Isao! She suddenly stops herself just before vanishing around the corner to the rooftop staircase, spinning around to meet our bemused faces. I hate English too! Aww. And with that, she disappears. All I can do is hang my head and give a long sigh. Truly left in the dust. As I hear a short giggle coming from behind me, I turn to see Hanako smiling at the corner of my attacker rounded. Aww. She's smiling. I pick up my dropped bag from the floor and quickly dust it off. Afternoon. Been busy? You don't like English? No, I had a test on it a while back, and then he caught me brooding about the results. Oh, sorry. She averts her gaze, guilt written onto her face. A casual observer wouldn't think she just accidentally reminded me of a dead relative. Come on, it's not your fault. How are you doing? How you're doing it in the English. She looks up, though still avoids meeting my eyes. Alright, I suppose. An awkward silence passes. They seem all too common around Hanako. Oh, and Lily asked if you'd like to join us for lunch on the roof. Wait, on the roof? Isn't like Amy and Rin eating on the roof? Well, I don't have any passing engagements to attend of pressing. Sure, I'll be right up. Up. I get my lunch from the cafeteria now then. Go on, you don't need my approval to leave, you know. Okay, I'll be going then. She gives a skittish reply, a small nod and quickly makes off towards the cafeteria. guess she must have forgotten to bring lunch today. Lunch harem, yes! I wonder if there's the harem ending. No, it's not the kind. I think it's pretty impossible in this game. First, it doesn't feel like the sort of game with a harem route, and most of all, putting a harem route in a game about disability and disabled girls feels very uncalled for, to be honest. For Izawa would be physically impossible. Yeah, you're right. He would die. Would need 3 hearts. Reminds me of the anime 100 Girlfriends That Really Loves You. Which the new season is airing right now, and it's pretty good. Like, it's an harem anime, but it's there. It's the only good harem anime, if I have to say. It's just too funny. I'm waiting for the 3rd episode. I just watched the 2nd one. As I walk to the hallways, more and more students start to come out of classrooms and pass me, going in the same direction as Hanako went. By the time I manage to make it to the stairs, I'm having to push my way past a busily chatting throng of students. Oh, wait, throng. Throng, a large, densely packed crowd of people or animals. Okay. Feels familiar, but here it is. Well, Link starts by default with 3 hearts, so Link maybe can. Link can go with, yeah, Zelda, Puria, and Midna, I suppose? I don't know the entire list. It's probably pretty long. Malon, I could... no, we are not making a list. We will end tomorrow, probably. Oh, you know what? The list. Zelda, the other Zelda, Zelda, Dazzle, Zelda. Can you forget Paya? Creme. There's too many, I know. That's right, Paya. There's also the Impa from Hyrule Warriors. Or was it... No, was it from... Wait, Hyrule Warriors and the other Hyrule Warriors. Actually, we have too many. Too many, as I said. I finally managed to get past the last of the crowd and round the staircase, slumping slightly in relief and slowing my pace before I opened the door on the roof. Ah, damn! I momentarily avert my eyes, all but blinded by the harsh summer sun. Hey! The gang is there! As I slowly regain my vision, the surroundings finally take form. Is this a crossover episode? Yeah, because it's weird, because you always see them pair by pair, right? Shizune and Misha, Emi and Rin, Hanako and Lilly. So seeing them not in the pair is kinda upsetting, in a pleasant way though. It's like seeing a crossover episode. Everyone is here! Yeah, we are kinda missing others, but Hanako is coming. We just need the student council duo. I wonder if there's a scene with everyone present. Lilly, Emi and Rin sit together on the rooftop. The top of the hilltop forest around Yamaku visible past the fence around them, as if to frame the view. Hi, Zao! Lilly and Rin gave a quick nod of acknowledgement and a deep nod of greeting respectively. Super Smash Sisters! What do you mean exactly? Which sense? I start walking towards the rather mismatched trio, and I can't help marveling at the speed with which Emi devours the rest of her half-eaten banana. Hey, strange to see you three together like this. It seems to have quite a day of coincidences. Amy and Rin decided to eat on the roof just as Hanako and I decided to. No, they eat there all the time. You stole it! This spot was ours! Simmer down, you can steal a place in the school. I plonk myself down beside Lily, the four of us creating a semicircle. I think she's right. Are you too? The butterflies is her accomplice. The butter... As I glance around, sure enough, a small yellow butterfly floats across my field of vision. So tell me, how did this butterfly help Lily steal this spot? It scouted out our conversation and told her. I should have known better than to expect sound reasoning from Rin. Regardless, I guess it wouldn't hurt to play along. Philemon? Punch that butterfly in the face! Is that a reference I'm not getting? You're telling me she can talk to butterflies? There are people who can talk to horses, called the horse whisperers. Ah, okay, a personal character. Appears as a blue butterfly. I never heard of it. Well, never played it, but I should really start playing a persona. Maybe as the next series. Yeah, because recently you might have realized I'm not playing the RPG series anymore. Which was on Thursday. On Thursday was usually the designed day of streaming an RPG. But after Zelda, I kinda felt like there wasn't really a game I looked forward a lot to play on stream. So I just returned to game development. And I think it's fine because at this point I prefer to focus more on making games than to stream games, than to play games live. I will give priority to development. Later if... I don't know. Again, priority on development now. Later if something changes, if I can think on having an extra stream of playing one other game, like an RPG. Maybe on Saturday, after we finish Same Max. I still don't know what to do after Same Max. But there's still at least 2 months. Or we play an RPG, or we make another RPG Maker playing stream. Where we play. Lily must be a butterfly whisperer. I bury my head in my hands as Amy rounds on her strange companion. She doesn't seem to share Rin's sense of humor. Whisperers don't work like that. Amy and Rin continue to their banter. Oh, but I respond banter as I turn to Lily, who's busy finishing off her small box of curry and rice. So what brought you up there anyway? A little fresh air every now and again doesn't hurt. Ah! Amy breaks off from her vain attempt to introduce the concept of logic to Rin. That was why we came up here too. Something tells me it was her day alone, and Rin only got dragged up there on Amy's whim. Then again, the same could probably be said of Lily and Hanako. Now, we can share. The creaking of the door to the roof can be heard as soon as she says the word. A moment of silence falls over us as everyone's attention focuses on the figure appearing from it. Hanako! Hanako slowly walks over to us, her eyes pinned to the ground, silently ruining the attention she's attracting. She tenses just barely when her eyes meet Rin's. It can't help raising an eyebrow as she walks over to us and sits next to me, doing her utmost to avoid looking up even as she brings up her cafeteria bread to her mouth. Wow! She came here, didn't say a word, sit down and started eating. Wow. I want to be like her. Yeah, so how do you and Amy know each other anyway? Wow, we just... Okay, okay. She doesn't want any attention, I get it. Amy somewhat well known... Oh, Amy somewhat well known around the school for her athletic ability. She's the fastest member of the track and field club by some margin, even beating Miki Miura at the track meet last week. Miki Miura, ah, that 10 girl from the front of my class. Ah, I remember her. Kinda, right? Yeah, I made a joke where I probably should delete from the internet, otherwise in the future I might have problems, but other than that I remember, she was pretty cute. Considering her height and toned body, being able to beat her is quite an accomplishment. Looking over to Amy, it's very clear she's well aware of this fact and she beams proudly. So, what was your score in English? Ouch! No comment. Boo! She puffs her cheeks and pouts, but it doesn't take long for her to bounce back. Alright, if I tell you mine, you have to tell me yours, deal? Fine, fine. Okay, on the count of 3, we both say our results. 1, 2, 3. 32. I beam a mischievous grin. Oh, gotcha! Ah, evil! You said it, not me. Still, the fact that you managed to even lower score than me is kind of amazing. No, wait, that's my result. Well, as I said last week, the lowest I got is like 2 out of 30 in a university exam. She looks and sounds like a small terrier growling at an intruder. I can't say it's the most threatening sight I've ever seen. Either way, scoring higher than 32 isn't something to boast about, much less scoring below it, for any subject. Yes, Lily. Sorry, Lily. I could help you with your English if you like. Would be my pleasure to. No, that's fine, but I appreciate the thought, really. Lily looks slightly deflated, and her hopes of imparting her knowledge dashed. Wait, dashed? Has another meaning here. Broken, I suppose, right? Travel something with hurry, snake or fling. No, it's a verb. What's the... Ah! Dashed. Ah, for emphasis. No. Foiled. Ah, okay. No. I didn't think it can also have that meaning. I don't even see anything on Google here. Thanks. I suppose it was some... It's clear from the sentence, but I'm always curious of the exact meaning for it. Judging from the badly hidden laughter of the rest of us, neither she nor Amy seem to have garnered too much pity. Oh, we also have garnered. Gather, collect. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Oh no! As I sit happily laughing though, I feel my voice suddenly cut off as my chest clenches. I sit in silence for a few seconds, all my concentration forced on my heartbeat. It's only a small pain, but the H feels like it's growing. Well, that was nice meeting you, I'm about to die, goodbye. Or how was it? Wait, there was a quote I want to use. I'm dead, thank you forever. Too many waifus in the same place, they reached critical mass. Well, with Shizune and Misha, he would be already dead then. Breathe deeply. I glance upward to try and keep at least some of my attention on my surroundings. To see Amy suddenly freezing when she notices the expression of pain. on my face, out of the corner of her eye. So, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I look back and redouble my efforts to try and stay calm, clenching my fist to try and dull the pain. It takes a short time, but the pain, thankfully, begins to fade. When I look back up, there's only silence and pensive faces to be seen. I guess I'd better explain myself. Arrhythmia, it's fine, it's just a heart flutter. Are you sure? Should we get a nurse? Taking her cue, Anako quickly picks herself up and begins to dash to the door. Oh, she's so sweet. Anako, stop. Lily, I'm fine. You look like a wet, wrinkled tomato. Eh? As I bring my head to my forehead, I can feel the beads of sweat gathered on it and dab them off with my cuff. Thanks, I told you I'm fine. I'm just so fragile, I guess. The entire atmosphere changed from one of gaiety to downcast faces, the situation being too awkward for anyone to know exactly how to react. And of course, the whole thing is thanks to me. It just had to happen now, around others. Oh, Amy. Eh? She looks up, a box of juice halfway to her mouth. I haven't told you my score yet, have I? Yeah, well, you're up for it, so your score doesn't count anyway. Lifting an eyebrow, I inquisitively turned to Lily. What was your test result, anyway? She gives a cheeky grin. 100%. Perfect score. Oh, Lily's the best. No way, all I can do is hang my mouth open in wonder. Well, no shit, she is half English, so she's bilingual. Considering those tests are insane even for some native speakers, I can only imagine she's gone and done something like committing to mind part of the dictionary. A gift for rote memorization, maybe. Nearly 120 out of 100. Wait, well, like they do with the thesis score, right? At the end of university, they give you like 110 out of 110, which I still don't get. Why is it not 100, and why it's not 100% and not 110%? That's just confusing. That's just off-putting, just not symmetric, I would say. No, that's... See? Only someone part foreign could get a score that good. See. Lynn and I grin at Emmy's expense. Her reaction identical to mine when I'd first tripped on that little landmine. Lily's foreign ancestry does raise a point, though. That's right, you have tomorrow for Scotland, don't you? You leave tomorrow. That's correct. Emmy heard some rumors about it. It seems word is spreading quickly, considering I only told a friend in my class a couple of days ago. Was it, Kenji? It must be so nice to go halfway around the world on a holiday. Hey, could you buy me something while you're there? Don't be too shy now. Lily gives a light-hearted giggle, evidently fully expecting Emmy's bluntness. The rest of the lunch continues much the same as before. The jauntiness from before my heart flutter, thankfully returning in full. Oh, they're having fun, nice. We didn't ruin the moment. As everyone flies off with appropriate farewells, only Lily and I are left. Hey, Lily. She packs the last of her things in her bag and clips it shut before perking her head up slightly. Huh? Thanks for breaking the silence back there. I kind of wanted to stop it, but didn't really know how to do. As much as I'd like to sound less morose. Wait. Morose, sullen and ill-tempered. Gloomy. Okay. That seems a pretty uncommon word. Dejected even. Okay, thanks. Here I'm screenshotting even your comment, thanks. The letter from yesterday screwing up a test of better in class, and now my heart makes things very hard indeed. She gives an indulgent smile and nods. I hope she hasn't picked up on it, but knowing her, it's unlikely that she hasn't. Amy is strong, but only human. We do worry about you, Isao. Hold on, why would I worry you? Because we are friends. And maybe more, and yeah, Isao still didn't get it. A smiling face collapses, becoming uncomfortably serious. Isao, we are not ignorant of your situation. Unlike? She suddenly cuts herself short. Unlike you, she was about to say? Unsure of whether she should say what she intends to. I give her a weak smile and rest my hand on her shoulder. Don't, it's enough that I worry about it. I don't want you all to shoulder my burden. Why would I worry you, said the boy who almost died in front of her twice? I think there's also a third situation, but I don't remember it. Well, I'm still surprised we didn't die to Amy, like, all those times. She gave us a jump scare, so we're lucky we survived even today. But if you all worry about me, I have to worry about your worrying, if that makes sense. I'm fine, okay? For a moment, she looks to be lost in thought, carefully pondering how to react. Isao, do you have any paper left from your food's packaging? I think so. I rummage around my bag for the leftovers from lunch, eventually finding a paper square from my sandwich package. My eyebrow raised and my expression rather quizzical. I gently place the square into Lily's hand. Without another word, she brings her finger around it to feel out its edges. They should be large enough. With both of us seated on the roof, the minutes to the lesson ticking away, she proceeds to lay the item on the ground and begin her work in earnest. Wrapped in silence, I watch her fingers move about a small square with amazing dexterity. Lily folds an origami gun and actually works! How? It's a work of engineering! A small fold here, a larger fold here. Her fingertips keep a slow but sure pace. Looking up, her expression is calm and placid. The fact her face is pointed well above the sheet in front of her makes the sight of her work all the more curious. Her shoulders slump a bit after finishing one final fold. Her work apparently done. It's only when she holds the item up in her hand that I realize what it is. It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Isao! A small origami crane. Light brown thanks to the packaging used. The result looks quite delicate and precise. You can do origami? I taught myself how to do it when I was younger. It improved my dexterity a bit. Wait, her fingers are not such very slender. They are... She doesn't have slender fingers. Not even chunky one. I'm in the ground. I expected more slender fingers, but I suppose that by using her hands a lot, maybe she has some extra muscles on the fingers. I don't know. Not muscles, more like mass, maybe? A little baffled, I carefully take the small bird from her pale cupped hands, as if it would break from the slightest breath. It seems to be folded quite well and holds its shape easily. We both grab our bags and head out the door, Lily extending her crane as she does so. I hold Lily's handiwork up to my face for further inspection while we walk down the hallway, her hand running along the silver handrails for orientation. If she taught herself origami to improve her dexterity, with the use of her hands meaning so much to her given her condition... Ah, so that's it. I was thinking about later. Probably we see. I smile as I realize the bird's meaning. Everyone here has had to find their own ways of dealing with their conditions. You aren't alone here when you have problems. Thanks, Lilly. I appreciate this. She gives a sweet smile and a nod, not using words where none need to be used, in a typical manner. All I ask is that you take care of yourself, Isao. Don't worry, I will. Promise? Promise. And with that, we part ways. To be honest, I don't know what annoys me more. The fact that I could die at any moment, or the fact that everyone knows that. I guess I just take each day as it comes. As the unexpected present in my hand reminds me, I'm not alone here. Even though I might be like this, I'm not alone. If they worry, if anyone worries, I smile. I smile enough for all their worries to go away. Oh, that's just sweet. So this scene was interesting. This scene was with 4 characters, but at the end, of course, Lilly got the most important part in it. The moment the bell rings out, a collective sigh of relief comes from everyone. Wait until you do university, that's worse. Much of the morning's been taken up by a droning lecture of stoichiometry. Wait, okay, it's from chemistry. I forgot what it is exactly. Stoichiometria. It's was it calculation about atoms, mass and everything? Reaction balancing. Yeah, okay, I remember something of the sort. I forgot everything though. I forgot everything. I just remember we did some calculations on on the mass, but also on I don't remember about the reaction balancing though. Even if I did it at school. Yeah, now I realize how useless it was. I don't get why people say, oh yeah, math is useless, I will never use it in my life, and then say, well, no one actually said something positive about chemistry, so never mind. Well, I mean, if you have to say that something is useless, I wouldn't say math is the first one. I would say history of literature, history of art, programming, if you don't want to be a programmer. For me it was interesting. I suppose all the rest sometimes is useful. Well, Latin is pretty useless, but luckily I didn't do it. Aqua! Talking about useless things and chemical reactions. Mostly with water. But yeah, my top 3 of useless lessons were history of literature, history of art, and chemistry. Biology makes a lot of sense, but chemistry is just why? You don't need it in your life. I can understand biology where you need how things work in real life. I can very understand math and physics, where math up to a certain point, of course. You don't really need to calculate the logarithm of anything, but with the equation or this equation, just that will come in handy, of course. Informatic is useful only on the theory part of the computer, how it works. People don't need to know how to program, generally. And language is pretty important, actually. It's a shame I didn't pay much attention to the lessons. If I ever return back in time, I would pay more attention to my classes, to my lessons. Also because now that I know, they will be easy. Knowing that attempting to teach anything more would be an exercise in futility, Moto gives up and begins clearing the teaching materials from his desk for the day. As a meaningless banter starts filling the classroom, I notice Hanako getting up and coming to my desk. She's been a lot less withdrawn lately, something which gives me a small measure of satisfaction. Yeah, what's happening? Why are you getting why are you socializing all of a sudden? Hello, Isao. Hey, want to go pick up Lilly? It's close to the time when she'd need to get going if she's going to make the flight. About that. She said she might be held up a bit by her classmates. I suppose makes sense. Her class usually gets off a little earlier than ours, so Lily would normally have just come to our classroom. Her class must be sending her off. Well, never mind. We can wait outside her classroom for once, right? Oh, isn't she adorable? She gives a small giggle before nodding. The two of us taking our things and leaving for 3-2 classroom. When we reach our destination, I stop in idle amusement at the scene inside. One of the shorter girls from the class has Lily wrapped in an enthusiastic hug. Oh, I want one too! I want one too! Her head no higher than Lily's chin. Her other friends, of which there are several, are gathered around her as well. Lily simply smiles kindly and hugs her back. Oh, she's giving the goodbyes. That's so sweet. Maybe if I get in line, she will... Wait, maybe that's what will happen. Maybe Hisao will get in line and sneak out a hug from Lily. Without her realizing. I wonder if that's what will happen. I guess Lily must be pretty popular. Compared to Shizune's harsh but fair dictatorship of 3-3, Lily seems more of a mother figure for 3-2. To say nothing of her height and looks. Kenji pointedly cool demeanor as he picks up his things and his seat in the back corner of the classroom is expected. He is no doubt far from a fan of the fuss being made about Lily's leaving. Looking beside me and seeing Hanako following my gaze, I decide to finally enter the room. Afternoon, Lily, it's just me and Hanako. What's with the people behind? Wait. Brrr. Brrr. It's a bug. Hanako withers noticeably when exposed to the din being made around Lily. Try as she might, I doubt she'll ever completely get over her social anxiety. Hello? Lily manages to work out our position reasonably well, her classmate detaching herself without a second word. A look of slight exasperation is written on Lily's face, though I can't say I blame her. Hello, Isao, Hanako. Do we have much time before the flight leaves? I give a quick glance at my watch. Taking the trip to the airport into account, there's a good 10, maybe 15 minutes left, while still allowing for contingencies. Yeah, we still have a few minutes to kill. To kill who? No, okay, the minutes. I wouldn't worry about missing it yet. Oh, is this Hanako? Uh-oh, I think we've just inadvertently become entangled in Lily's social web. The girl is probably part of the legally blind faction of the class, like Kenji, given her almost window pane-like spectacles. Her short, roughly cut hair gives her a look that fits her excitable expression. Hello, she takes Hanako's hand and pulls it up and down enthusiastically. I really don't get how girls can be so social to someone they only know as the friend of a friend. While Hanako exchanges nervous greetings, I look around the room for my short and overdressed next door neighbor. Try as I might, he seems to have slipped out of the classroom without anyone noticing. Kenji is an expert at infiltration. For a moment, I try to think of possible career paths that could reasonably benefit from his single skill, before putting my mind to more pertinent matters. Lilly seems pleased. Is someone guarded about the enthusiasm Hanako suddenly excited from those around her? She might not see it, but Hanako is much less panicked about the affair that I'd been anticipated. Shuffling my way through the gaggle of classmates, I eventually manage to reach her. How many people are there? Come on. Don't worry, Hanako is fine. Thank you. I thought she might be overwhelmed by then. Don't worry, I'll be gentle. Both of us grimace in unison. Hanako's nervous grin stays plastered on her face as another couple of girls moves to meet her. Oh no! Run, Hanako! Run! It's kind of amazing that even just a month ago, she'd never have been able to cope with a situation such as this. Even when I first met her, the two of us completely alone, she sprinted from the library. So, got everything you need? It's all packed. I just have to go by my room to pick up on the way. And Hanako and I need to change. I guess we'd better get going then, Hanako? Hanako's head flicks up towards us in a flash, her face rather unmistakably appreciating the chance to extricate herself from the small group gathered around her. I get you, Hanako. I get you. Yeah, I had a similar situation. So, I may need to talk about it. Some days ago, I was with my father, and he wanted me to meet one of his friends, which was around of my age, and went in the same chorus I was, but I never talked with him. So he introduced me to his friend, and I don't know, I didn't feel at all matching with him at all. I felt like he was talking in a robotic way to me. My father also forced the game development or the video game discussion, and he started talking about like how while developing games, the enemy you make in a game is your shadow, and it's like a metaphor of fighting your own unwillingness to have the right determination to continue with the work. Or, I don't remember well, but it was a mental trip. I don't know what I experienced at that time. And during that encounter with me, my father and my father's friends, I didn't know how to bring forward the conversation. And when he stopped talking, there was a silence of even 10 seconds. I didn't know where to watch. I watched his eyes for a moment, then I changed. I watched my father's eyes in the middle of them. I didn't know, it was so awkward. At some moment I thought, okay, when it's over, when do we go? When do we go? Someone save me! Yeah, it was surely an experience. Definitely an experience. Sorry, I had to talk about it. So I feel Hanako now. Coming. The airport. The long taxi ride to the airport is surprisingly pleasant, despite the three of us being rather squashed together to fit in the small backseat. On the other hand, maybe despite isn't the right word. What do you mean? Lilly pays the fare to the driver as we file out. Hanako eyes flittering left and right. Thankfully, there aren't too many people around. Most of them being inside the main building, rather than milling around outside. Oh, here's the couple! Oh, they're so sweet together. It isn't hard to spot Akira and Hideaki leaning against a fence while talking to pass the time. A large black travel bag, complete with wheels and travel handle, leans against the fence alongside them. Hideaki is the first to notice us, pointing us to Akira, who gives an over-enthusiastic wave. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Hey! I grab Lily's travel bag for her as we go to meet the two, earning a nod of appreciation. I got all the stuff here. You got yours? Plane ticket as well? Oh, she's in casual clothes. Not casual, even formal clothes. Don't worry, I have everything. Yep, all ready to go? Not without some problems along the way, I might add. The Snyder Mark has his head roughly dragged around by a very firmly clamped on hand. Yeah, I kinda sorta forgot I was in my trousers. It was in my trousers pocket. Trousers that I'd put in the wash. Oh no. Don't worry, did you know that you can print out tickets if you order online nowadays? It's really cool. Hideaki pained expression says that this wasn't a solution found quickly. It could have been worse, I guess. We'd better start off then. Check-in should be ready now. Oh, you're right. There's a certain amount of wistfulness in both their voices. To say nothing of the people left behind, meeting their family again after all those years would be big for them. Wait, it's the first time we see Lily in formal clothes? Aww. They fit her so well. Lily. Just use a QR code. Go paperless, Akira. Yeah, now they are pushing a lot of the digital thing. And sometimes it's useful, like on the trains. Now I can pay my ticket online and I don't have to go there 10 minutes early to buy my ticket from the machines. Even if sometimes the problem on the ticket is, well, of course, you need to convalidate it at least 5 minutes before the train starts. So if I come here last minute, I can't convalidate it, and I need to look to the ticket master of the train. But that's the only problem. The main issue I have with digitalizing everything is with tickets for buses. In my city, buses now have gone digital, with the chance of still having the physical ticket. I still use physical tickets, but the problem is they removed all but one ticket machine in the buses. So if the bus is crowded and I enter on one side, I need to go all the way to the other side to convalidate my ticket. Even if sometimes it's a positive thing having only one, because like 2 times the ticket machine was broken or didn't print. I talked to the driver and he said he couldn't do anything about it, so free ride, I guess. Free ride. So yeah, they push the digital, but physical, you can get 1 free ride every 50 rides. Not really convenient, but it's still something. Also, they increased the price of the ticket by like 45 cents, which is pretty scammy, because before it were 13 euros and 5 cents. Now it's 13 euros and 50 cents. So dyslexic people won't even notice the difference. That's pretty scummish behavior, to be honest. Also, why the hell are they increasing prices again? What's the problem now? I thought the war in Russia was going along for a while. What's the problem? They announced Switch 2 and now there's the Switch inflation. I don't get it. The beret is perfect. Yeah, she has a pretty cute style with it. She looks pretty well and pretty good in combination with Lilly. Hanako knows how to rock a newsboy. But they both together are pretty cool. I would love absolutely to go around with them. Like for a stroll in the city, anywhere. Hanako wraps Lilly in a gentle hug to say goodbye, one which is warmly reciprocated. Lilly and I share a brief hug afterwards, each of us saying our goodbyes. Beside us, Akira and Hideaki break off from a small hug and a word of two between them. It would be probably look quite nice if not for the almost comical height difference between the two. What do you mean? The woman is shorter than the man, as always, right? Oh wait, no, never. I am kidding. Lilly takes a hold of her sister's arm once all that needs to be said in farewells is said. The two walking past the huge glass doors. Goodbye, Isao, Hanako. See ya! Don't do anything stupid, shorty! We wave at them until they disappear from sight in the throng of people moving about inside. And then we are alone. Well, that's that. I turn to see the Aki already beginning to walk off. See ya! Oh, but she's so cute when he puts his arms up. Wait, let me see it again. Oh, she goes like this, isn't that so cute? Oh, but it's a boy. He throws a hand into the air, in a manner of I'd expect of Akira. In the end, it's just Hanako and me left standing outside. I rest my hand on her shoulder. She absent-mindedly gazes toward the front doors of the building, as if she might catch a glimpse of either of the two before they disappear. Don't worry, the time will pass fast. She hesitates for a moment, but eventually nods. With the scorching heat of the summer sun beaming down on us, we make our way to the nearby bus stop. I don't think it's a coincidence that the only two things beaming in this game are the sun and Amy. It's strange, really, just when I began to see Lilly differently, she lives on what almost feels like a pilgrimage to the past. In a way though, that's just what I've been doing since coming to Yamaku. As much as I might reflect on everything that's happened to me, I really am hardly unique. Everyone has their own circumstances and separate paths to get where they are now. Yet I still can't really work out how I should proceed. My life have practically been reset, and I still can't find anything that satisfactorily fills the hole I still feel in myself. Maybe Lily's leaving will be a good thing for me. Without her to lean on, I need to do more for myself. I'll have to be there for Hanako as well. It feels strange to have so much changing so quickly after my months in that hospital that seemed to exist so separately from reality, but that's all the more reason for me to keep focused. I can't let any opportunity slip out of my fingers in my attempt to rebuild my life. I wanna build my life. Wait. There should be a game about it. Oh, talking about I wanna build the gate. I mentioned like once that I might want to do some sort of remastered, because for now the only version is in Italian and it may need some improving. We can, of course, as a side project on stream, just to have something to do on stream. I was considering though the name, because I don't want to call it I wanna build the gate. I wanna build the gate, because goes too close to I wanna be the guy, which that's from where the name originated, but I think it would be better a name that detaches from it, like let me build the gate, something like this. I will see. But again, we will sooner or later, mostly later, rework on the remastered of the game on stream. I enjoy having an extra stream to make games, so I can do one stream of Respawn Banter and one for the side projects. And now, end of the chapter. Present. Act 3. Ah, we don't get a video though. Okay, I think we can stop here. We are exactly 2 hours in, but it's kind of tiring talking all the time here. I don't get to how I did like 5-hour streams. Now I can barely manage 2. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. No. Or maybe, yeah, it's a visual novel thing. Probably. Okay. We can stop here, but before sending you off, I need to remind you something. Tomorrow, there's a collab. There's a collab with Megami Maju on stream. I got some suggestion on what to do on stream, what to play on stream. Then I suggested that maybe I can do some sort of developer commentary and see her play my games. And so it will be a like 3-hour stream of Megami Maju playing my games. And I choose the worst of them. My plan is Respawn Banter, Invalidate, and Webcam Villain. the devastating trio. She won't see it coming. As a warning though, I will try the feature of join calls, the joined streams, so the chat will be shared. So I will warn you even next time, but the chat will be shared, so no spoilers in chat, okay? And let's catch a pool, let's go. Here. Oh, here. Come on. Write it. Doesn't work. Let me try again. Yeah, I was pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay, here it is. So again, tomorrow there will be a collab with Megami Maju. If you don't know, if you don't remember who she is, it's the streamer that a streamer that played Something Is Wrong With My World Map and made the fan art for that game. So as a warning, there may be something kinky going on. As a warning. But I hope it's not a problem. Okay, that's everything for today. Oh, you also got Primrose. That's pretty nice. So, to end the stream, we are gonna raid. Let's see. Oh, there's not many people online. We can raid Felky. Let's go. Okay. Nice. She won't make you more fan arts after tomorrow. She said she wants to make another drawing of one of my games, but yeah, she might change idea. I don't know. We'll see. Come on. We are gonna have a lot of fun, that's for sure. So, that's everything for today. Please stay for the raid. And we will continue next Sunday. We try to do a para table right away. So, we want you, everyone else won't be warned the last minute. Alerted the last minute. And we'll see ya whenever it happens.